The Democrat. The Democrats in Washington are trying to stop me because I'm fighting for you. Fighting for you. They're attacking, and they don't. That's what he just said. They don't care about us. Who said that? Raise your hand. That's right. They don't. They don't care. And they don't care about African Americans. They talk. They work for the African American very hard 2 months before an election. And you know what happened? We have the best employment numbers and the best unemployment numbers in the history of our country. Records. If you want to see what corruption looks like, just watch the video of Sleepy Joe and watch him as he brags about withholding $1 billion in aid money to Ukraine until Ukraine fires the prosecutors, gets rid of the prosecutor that's been going after his son and his son's company in Ukraine. His son got millions of dollars from a company. See how much he made before the father was vice president. So, no experience, no nothing, millions of dollars, paid approximately $168,000 a month, plus millions of dollars with no, that's a good job. And then Hunter flew to China. You know, we're making a great deal with China, or we're taking in billions in tariffs. I can live either way. They want to make the deal much more than I do. But he flew to China with his father on Air Force Two, which is a slightly smaller version of Air Force One. And while the vice president was going soft on China, his son picks up $1.5 billion for his stupid fund that he never did before. Meaning he could make tens of millions of dollars a year. But I was with the top guys that I was talking to them, and these are guys that do this for a living. I said, can you go into China and pick up $1.5 billion in 10 minutes? They said, impossible. I said, well, supposing like you guys, can you do it? Can't do it. Can't do it. But a guy with no experience can do it, and the fake news doesn't even want to write about it. But it will become a major campaign issue. It will become a major campaign issue. Americans deserve to know the truth, but the fake news media, they're covering it up like they've never covered it up before, ever in the history of our country. But with the help of everyone here tonight, America is booming like never before. We've created 6.7 million new jobs. Unemployment recently reached the lowest rate in over 50 years. Think of that, half a century. African-American unemployment just reached its lowest rate ever recorded. History. Hispanic American, Asian American unemployment have also recently hit the lowest rates in the history of our country. African American poverty has reached the lowest rate in the history of our country. Nearly 2.5 million people have risen out of poverty. The number of Americans quitting the job they hate to take a new job is higher than ever before. You can go out, get another job. You're not stuck in a job you don't want. And you get more money when you go out sometimes. That hasn't happened in many, many decades. After years of painful stagnation and decline, wages and incomes are rising at one of the fastest rates in history. Real wages for low-income workers have gone up nearly 9%. Average median income under President Bush, as an example, rose only $400 over an 8-year period. $400 over 8 years. Under President Obama, it rose only $975 over 8 years. And under your favorite president, it rose $5,000 in just 2.5 years. America is now the #1 producer of oil and natural gas anywhere in the world. Meanwhile, the far-left Democrats in Washington want to abolish the production of oil and natural gas. How do you like that idea? Well, you know, the Democrats want to raise your taxes. My whole life, it was the politician that could lower taxes. We gave you the biggest tax decrease in the history of our country. And that was always like a good thing. They want to raise your taxes. Trying to figure out, how does that work? We're going to raise your taxes. Is that a good thing? I don't think so. Past administrations financed the rise of China. They had no idea what the hell they were doing. On the backs of the American middle class. But under this administration, the great betrayal is over. We are fighting for our workers, our families, our communities, and our great American dream. We're fighting for our American dream. Before my election, our leaders used the great American middle class as a piggy bank to fund their delusional global projects. We took care of nations all over the world, nations you never even heard of. They decimated American manufacturing to promote economic growth in foreign countries. They used our military to defend immensely wealthy nations, subsidizing their welfare states with your money. And they poured precious American blood and treasure into the Middle East while our cities fell into decay and disrepair. But I was elected to be president of the United States, not to be president of the world. After years of rebuilding other nations, we are finally rebuilding our nation. We are finally putting America first, and that's what's happening. The radical Democrats' open border agenda invites deadly drugs, vicious gangs, and dangerous criminals to pour into your communities, your neighborhoods, your state. Democrats are now the party of high taxes, high crime, open borders, late-term abortion, socialism, and blatant corruption. They're corrupt. The Republican Party is the party of the American worker, the American family, and the American dream. We stand on the shoulders of American patriots who crossed the oceans, settled the continent, tamed the wilderness, revolutionized industry, pioneered scientists, won 2 world wars, defeated fascism and communism, and made America the greatest nation in the history of the world, and we are making it greater than ever before. That's what's happening right now. Together, we will make America wealthy again. We will make America strong again. It's already happening. We will make America proud again. That's happening. We will make America safe again. And we will make America great again. Thank you. Thank you very much, Louisiana. Thank you.